Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I've had a lot of requests from people, like especially people on my Patreon, and hit me up on the Facebook group, the Facebook page, and DMing me and stuff. Who I think is going to be the sleeper character in Final Fantasy VII Remake Game 2. So I've been really touting that Genesis and Vincent are going to be cool in Game 2. I really think Genesis is going to be in there. I think Vincent, he's pretty much a lock to be in the second game, because I think by the end of the second game you have to have your main party characters established by the end of game 2. That includes Sid Highwind and Yuffie and Kate Shee, but Kate Shee could be a guest character. I really don't see any need to have him as part of the party, but whatever. I think the big sleeper character for game number 2 that no one's talking about, and I'm really shocked that nobody's talking about this character. I'm really shocked, but maybe not, is Bugenhagen from Cosmo Canyon, Nanaki's grandpa. You know, I mean, nobody is talking about Bugenhagen. I think he's going to be so crucial to the development of the story, to the development of the party and the players' understanding about what's happening with the planet. I think Bugenhagen might know. Okay, so if my theory is correct and there's cyclical timelines, or if the popular theory is correct and it's multiple timelines, or whatever you choose to believe and whatever winds up being true, I think Bugenhagen will know about it. I almost feel like Bugenhagen's going to be this all-knowing kind of guy, right? I think he's going to be pivotal. He's going to be crucial to the party understanding the real soul, the real battle for the planet, and what's going on. Sephiroth's goal, what Shinra's doing, because he's like an old sage. In my estimation, he is like the grandest sage like that exists in the world of Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake. Bugenhagen's going to be very, very crucial. And when the party first meets him, I want him to kind of have like this kind of quirky, almost Master Roshi quality to him. You know what I mean? Where he's like, he's not goofy, he's not slapstick, but he's not taking things too seriously. Like, most of the wise people I've known in my life, they don't take things too seriously, you know, because I think with wisdom comes a certain level of understanding that we're not getting out alive. And a lot of the wise people I've known over my life that have imparted wisdom to me have been people that are laid back and not taking things too seriously. And in Final Fantasy VII, the original, that's definitely the vibe I get from Bugenhagen. And I think in Remake, that's what we'll see from him as well. He is going to... Of course, he's going to talk about Sato and Red 13's heritage and everything that happened with Cosmo Canyon. And I think he's going to have a great understanding. I think Bugenhagen might actually be the point that Square Enix writes in where they let the audience know what's happening. If Zack's around in that world, Bugenhagen's going to know about it. If he's alive in another timeline, if Genesis is running amok and doing things in different timelines, he's going to know about it. Whatever Sephiroth's planning and what he knows, I think Bugenhagen's going to have an idea about it. I really do, because he can see where things are going. Bugenhagen will be very, very important in Game 2. And moving forward, I feel like he could be a character that you could go back to in Game 3 and Game 4, if there's a Game 4 or whatever, that you can go back to and not just go back and get the master materials out of the universal machine, but you can go back to, and he could almost be like a quest giver in a way, or he could impart knowledge, or he can, you know, once you've found this many things, you can go back and talk to him, get like a cutscene, get a little bit of conversation, fill in gaps about what's going on, and get like a reward or something like that. Cosmo Canyon and Bugenhagen need to be a multiple stop kind of thing, where throughout the game, if you come to a place where, okay, I don't know how to do this, let's go back and talk to Bugenhagen. I think he could be that guy for sure. And Red 13, where we're going to have to learn a lot about Red 13 in Game 2, because of the way it ended with him. They're going to have questions about him. The party and the players as well are going to, let's get to Red 13 stuff. Let's get to Nanaki's stuff. They're going to go back to Cosmo Canyon. It's going to open up a plethora of story and side quest content and like BC tier story development kind of stuff, you know, with the Gi, was that what they were called? The Gi or the Ki, the spirits that were trying to get into the cave. Yeah, the Gi cave. And Sato, and what Red 13 is, and his lineage, and Bugenhagen. So I think that's going to be my sleeper character for Game 2 is Bugenhagen. I think he's going to have a lot to impart to the party, a lot to impart to us, the players as well. He is going to shed some light on a lot of things. And I think the Universal Machine is going to be so cool looking. I think it's going to look awesome. Like when you go up and he's explaining how the energy and the planet and everything works. I think it's going to be a great scene with Barrett and Aerith too, because Barrett has an understanding of this stuff. He has learned about this stuff. He showed that he was knowledgeable in the whole Shinra cutscene where they're showing the history of the Cetra and all that. And Aerith, I think Bugenhagen is going to impart some things to Aerith knowledge-wise. Not necessarily that she doesn't know, but I think because she knows everything, right? Because she can converse with the live stream. But I think he's going to help her put some points together, right? But because the live stream is all-knowing and imparting Aerith with all this knowledge that she's not ready for, I think Bugenhagen's going to be the one to help her make sense of it. I think he's going to be the one's like, listen, child, listen. I know you're getting a lot of information right now. I know it's rough on you right now, but this is what this means. This is what they're trying to tell you. Let me as a person talk to you as a person and tell you what this means. I think he's going to center her, right? I think that's going to be Bugenhagen's role in Game 2. I'm excited for it. I'm here for it all day. I can't wait. I've got a bunch of things I think he would be good for. Of course, you know, he's not the focus of the game, of course, but I think he should definitely be a bullet point high up on the list of things to get to in Game 2 for Square Enix. So I think he's a great character. I think his portrayal should be lighthearted and sagely, honestly, and wise. Not too serious, not too gloom and doom or anything like that, because I see a lot of people talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they're hoping game number 2, they're hoping it gets all gloom and doom and everything. Final Fantasy VII, none of the Final Fantasy games are like all gloom and doom. There are some lighthearted moments and stuff. Everything is like, the plots are usually world-ending, end-of-the-world kind of stuff, but the storytelling dynamics, there is a lot of lighthearted, feel-good moments in there. Because if it was all gloom and doom, you wouldn't give a shit about any of these characters, because they wouldn't shine. For these characters to shine, they need characters like Bugenhagen to really bring the light to the story so that people can have a chance to shine. I think Bugenhagen, of course, he's imperatively important to Red 13, but I think he will also be important to Aerith and Barrett as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Bugenhagen, baby. I'm excited to get to Cosmo Canyon in Final Fantasy VII Remake Game 2. So let me know what you all are thinking about. Which characters nobody's talking about are you all excited for? The Chocobo Sage? There's a list of sub-characters and side characters. Are you excited to go to Gongaga and meet Zack's parents? Is Zack going to be having a cup of coffee there with his folks when you walk in? I mean, what's going to happen? We don't know now. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Keep rocking. If you like this video, throw a comment on there. Throw me a subscribe. I really appreciate it. And let's talk about it. Let's get the conversation rolling. Y'all let me know what you're thinking. Be good to each other out there. Stay safe. And I will catch y'all in the next video.